This is our commentary booth where it all started with Hankook TV 5 months ago. It's logical that we ended up here this season 2015. I tell you and I promise we find a champion and we got a lot more news. So welcome to Hankook TV. Hockenheim, that's the weekend of champions. All find their champion here. The DTM, the Audi Sport TT Cup as well, and also the FIA Formula 3 European Championship. And all three series they trust in Hankook tires.
3 series, 3 champions, 1 tire manufacturer. The Hankook Ventus race tire has made a name for its quality across Europe's racing scene. So when it comes to a weekend like this, Hankook is able to deliver its proverbial driving emotion to 3 different championships.
DTM, of course, is the main act every weekend, but we're also the tire supplier for FIA Formula 3 European Championship, plus the Audi Sport TT Cup. All these cups are running on our tires. The FIA Formula 3 European Championship is the most important Formula 3 championship in the world. When you go back in time, you see a lot of actual champions are former Formula 3 European champions and drivers, and this gave us a very good feeling because it's a pleasure for us to work together with these young talents up from their very first step into high-class motorsport, and this is the intention why we are a supplier for European Formula 3 Championship.
I think the tire is very long-lasting, so it allows you to push a lot all the time. It's nice that you're able to attack a lot in the races, and just to, I think also for young drivers it's good to learn how to push the car to the limit every lap and really learn how to drive the car quick.
The Audi TT Sport Cup is a very well-organized series from Audi Sport and Quattro GmbH, and it's a real big pleasure for us to work together with these guys on this professional level. The tire is quite easy. It's an 18-inch 266/60/18, which is more or less a mass production tire for this category of cars. The tire and the car fit each other perfect, and we are really satisfied with the season, and we wish good luck for the champion for the future.
These tires are really good. When it's warm, the peak of the tire is quick after just a couple of laps, and we can have the peak for next few laps, which is really good on qualifying. Even at the rain, we have lots of grip, which is very impressive. The tire is really soft, but it lasts long.
No other paddock is more open than the one in the DTM. This is racing to touch. You can get yourself informed about the drivers and the teams. And if you want more information, here's our news.
The final weekend of the DTM, that's always a meeting of the who is who in international motorsport. Among the visitors this time were, for example, living racing legend Alessandro Zanardi, former Formula 1 star David Coulthard, and last but not least, Mr. DTM, record champion Bernd Schneider. The Hankook Pit Stop Award is on its finish straight. The prize for the fastest pit stop in the last race on the Nürburgring goes to the Mercedes crew of Daniel Juncadella, which is a little surprise because the faster team at many races was the Up team from Audi. They are the favorites to win the big prize for the whole season. The Hankook hospitality found a new location in Hockenheim, even closer to the racetrack. Over the season, about 1,900 clients, journalists and special guests get together here. We say thank you to all the staff for a nice place to be during the race weekend.
You want to learn to know a real good guy here on Hankook TV? That's the real good guy, the Hankook Ventus race. 1 qualifying more per weekend, 1 race more per weekend. Real big action for this tire, and that's what we're looking at now.
Yes, indeed, it was a challenge for every party involved. The teams had to manage the same amount of tires for more races. The engineers had to find a perfect setup for a race without tire change. And the Ventus race itself had to prove once more its reliability. But the fans had a lot more to enjoy and the drivers liked it. 2 races, doubled action, that's superb. We just have more time on the racetrack, and that's what I like. After the first events, everybody loved the new format of the DTM and the performance of the Hankook Ventus race in both kind of races.
We know that the standard tire allow you, to have a constant race. You don't have that much degradation, and you still have a very good grip. So it's a very good tire.
The tire is solid enough to keep really the high performance over this 40 minutes race. And actually, I like this idea because you just have one tire and you have one complete race, and the next day you have the race with the pit stop with the strategy playing. So it's a good idea and it worked well.
The quality of the Hankook tire is just impressive. Now we are going one entire race with the same tire, and of course we have the degradation, but it's a very progressive one, very easy to control, so it's a pleasure to be on the Hankook tires.
So 2 races per weekend. This concept seems to be something which we will see again.
Once again passing the big Champions Trophy, the DTM season finale in Hockenheim, and still 3 got the opportunity. Pascal Wehrlein, Eduardo Mortara and Matthias Ekström. But just at the start, visible on the left side, Mortara takes a too big risk and has to bury his championship dreams right after lap 1 on this Saturday. The Italian needs to see his pit crew. In a turbulent opening, Ekström is next on the unlucky side as he gets hit by Robert Wickens and drops far back. Meanwhile, in front of the field, the lead changes as Timo Scheider in his Audi overtakes pole-setter Maxime Martin BMW. But what does Pascal Wehrlein do? Both his rivals far distant, the Swabian running in 9th position, and he passes by Antonio Felix da Costa here. But the first to cheer is another one. 5 years without a win. Now Timo Scheider celebrates victory, and a little later also Wehrlein achieves his big goal.
You're DTM champion.
P8 is good enough in the end. Pascal Wehrlein is the new DTM champion 2015. One very good reason to end up a set of Hankook slicks in smoke. So Sunday, no technical constraints in the season's last race. Gary Paffett, Mercedes on pole, and he keeps first place after the start, followed by Jamie Green. But this order shouldn't last for long. In lap 4, in the hairpin, Green, in the orange Audi, catches his fellow countryman. Audi's got clearly the strongest package. Matthias Ekström overruns Martin in his BMW to take over second place. In his last race, as reigning champion, Marco Wittmann experiences a shocking moment when his engine cover flew off, race terminated. Then it's pit stop time and time for new Hankook slicks. Nico Müller is sent away a little bit too quickly, drive-through penalty a little later. Green, in contrast, makes a smooth halt and keeps his lead after his obligatory pit lane visit. The fights on track, meanwhile, continue. Here, Vitoris and Molina versus Tombay. Shortly after that, Wehrlein takes his Mercedes to a jumping test, and his brandmate Paul Di Resta loses third position to Mortara, which secures Audi a triple victory with the winner Jamie Green. His 4th of the season. No other driver achieves more victories than him throughout the year. Final fireworks for the new vice champion. Also happy, the Bavarian rivals from BMW, they celebrate the manufacturer's title. But the new drivers' champion of the season 2015 is Pascal Wehrlein, 19 points ahead in the end, and the one who can carry the big Champions Trophy home. Eure Begeisterung ist unser Antrieb. Danke fürs Nachfiebern. Bis zur DTM 2016. Kommt gut durch den Winter. Your excitement is our incitement. That's what the poster outside is saying. This was the first year of Hankook TV. I hope you had great fun. So long and see you.